So next topic is the challenges of management, that is challenges faced by a manager. So here are a set of challenges. If you think you can add more challenges. First challenge is achieving a stretched goal. So in our previous topic we already said about maintaining a sustainable position in the market, sustainable competitive advantage. Okay, so that is what you mean by maintaining a favorable position in the market for a longer period of time. So if we want to maintain a favorable position in the market, obviously we should maintain a stretched goal inside the enterprise. So as a manager, it is very important to set aggressive goals. Okay, only then the workers will be motivated to work and achieve the particular goals. So typically it is requiring so much of effort from the side of the manager. Okay, so whatever problems or crises or blocks which are coming in the production process, there should be able, manager should be able to manage them by means of these aggressive goals. Okay, only then they can achieve the desired objectives. Okay, so achieving a stretched goal is very important for a manager. It is a first challenge when viewed from a manager's side. Next challenge is bringing out the best in employees. Obviously, we know that in an enterprise there are several variety of workers. Okay, we are going to deal with a wide range of people. Each of them will be having different motives. Some may be working only for money purpose. Others may be motivated or they may be having a passion in their work. Okay, so between the manager and the managed people, there should be some transparency. Whatever problem is coming for the workers, a manager should be able to deal with it. So as a manager, they should try to bring out the best in employees. They have to treat every employees with certain set of respect. Okay, we have to speak even to the workers in a polite manner. Okay, if there is a problem with them, we have to speak in private. We should not in no way humiliate them. So if you are going to work in an organization in the future, you have to take care that in no way you have to humiliate your workers. Talk to them politely, give them respect and take them respect. That is very important in the case of a enterprise. Okay. Next is dealing with underperforming employee. There may be some workers who may be not be performing as expected. So what do you do with them or how are you going to deal with them? You can carry them to such a point that they work properly. But even after that they are not working properly, you may have to report such cases. Okay. So first of all, what we can do as a manager to our employee is, if we find that the employee is underperforming, we can try to motivate them or counsel them or give them the sufficient training. Okay, maybe they may be having some personal problems. So for all this, transparency between the manager and the managed is important. So such a way a manager having a challenge to deal with the underperforming employee. Similarly, to deal with the outstanding employee is also difficult. There may be employees who may be performing at a level which is higher than the expected level. Okay, so there are chances for them to go outside our company. Our competitors may give them a better job opportunity with a better package. So as a manager, what we should do is that we have to maintain, we have to keep our such employees, such outstanding employees in our company itself by providing them extra bonus or increasing wages, etc. We should in no way hamper their excellence. Okay, we should only motivate and support and help them to grow further. But we should also take care that they are not going outside our enterprise. Hiring of right people is another challenge for the manager. That is, taking the right person and putting them in the right job is a very important challenge faced by a manager. Simply by doing the interviewing process, sometimes suitable candidates cannot be selected. They may be actually placed, okay, in the position in which they are to perform the duty. Then only the manager can understand whether they have hired the right people. Next important challenge is responding to a crisis. Many crises can occur. during the production process. Okay, for example, in an enterprise, even some manager may be having a problem that suddenly a worker may be facing a problem, a health issue or something, and maybe not be available for a longer period of time. So that is a crisis. Even unfavorable conditions like that of the climatic condition is also a crisis. So in all these crisis condition, a manager should keep calm, okay, and he should provide support, and he should also motivate to the workers and give them the opportunity to respond to all these crises. So he should in no way be what you say shattered by the crisis, but he should respond to the crisis calmly and take care that the objectives are being achieved as desired. And another challenge is the continuous improvement. Okay, so continuous improvement, as already stated, innovation is very important for a enterprise. So continuously the product or service whatever should be improved. Another challenge is a decision making. Decision making is most importantly dealt by the top level manager. So decision making requires so much skills, okay, creativity, analytic skill, diagnostic skill, all this. So as a manager, a decision making capability is going to be very important. So these are some set of challenges of management. If you think, you can add more challenges for a manager. So our next topic is, are administration and management the one and the same? So there may be a confusion regarding this. Okay, so you can actually point to some of these differences on these bases. First column is indicating the basis, second column the administration, and third column the management. So first one regarding policy and objectives. Okay, the management has to implement these policies and objectives, but the administration has to only determine it. Okay, obviously if we are having an enterprise, what should be the policy and objectives? It should be determined by the most top level management or the administration, but the actual management has also to implement it. Take care whether it is also being implemented. Okay, so this is the basis and the difference, basic difference between the administration and management. Again, regarding the functions, we know we studied about the functions which is to be performed by management. The administration, it has to concentrate more on the planning, organizing and staffing. But management has to deal more with directing, motivating and controlling. Regarding the levels of management, administration is the mainly top level management, and management, if we are telling simply, indicating simply as the management and not the administration, it is the middle and the lower level. Then regarding the level of executors, administration as the owners or the board of directors, CEO, etc. Management coming to the general managers, etc. Then on knowledge basis, we know that in case of knowledge basis, always the middle and the lower level managers, they should concentrate more on the technical means, okay, technical skill or the technical knowledge. But after possessing this technical skills or knowledge, they have dealt as a admin. Okay, so for administration or for administrator, the technical skills can come only later. Then regarding the nature of the work, the management is actually doing the work. They have to actually implement. That is what is written in the first step. So it is a doing of work. But the administration has only to what? Determine the policy and objectives. So the nature of work they are doing is only thinking. Then regarding the usage, government and non-business organizations under administration. But in case of management, the usage is for business organizations in private sector. So if you are asked, are administration and the management the one and same, you can point out the differences on these bases. So coming again to administration versus management, that is, we know that administration is determinative. It is determining or setting the policies, objectives, etc. But the actual management, for example, mainly in a private sector, when you are meaning management has to execute these plans, functions, etc. That is, management is a more generic term, whereas administration is a part of management. Usually we do not refer as administration, we only say management. So it is a more generic term and administration is a part of management. Management and administration both are synonymous. Both can be used interchangeably. So we can conclude that administrative management lays the policies and determination of goals, whereas operative management implement all these policies for achievement of goals. So both are performed, this administration and management, all are performed by the same group of people, managers.